All right, what's going on, everyone? So today I got to start doing some prep work for EJS 2026. We're going to be doing a lot of the lesser known trails around the area, but we figured we better go during Easter Jeep Safari because there's a lot of really cool stuff going on during that time. But we're going to show you how to avoid the crowds during that. But before we can get there, we got to try to figure out how we can live out of our Jeep Gladiator, hopefully by itself, for multiple weeks without going to a hotel or anything like that. So we got to figure out food storage, water storage for very extended times. So we're going to do something a little different here. I'm going to get the Gladiator in here and we'll kind of go over it, what our plans are. Okay, as you can see, it's really dirty, but that's not our concern right now. So, we've been using, let's see here, I'll get it open for you. We've been using the decked drawer system. Now, while it is absolutely amazing and keeps everything dry, it's done great. We only have one little hiccup with this system, and that's the hinge is only in the middle. So if you have a fair amount of weight in the drawer and you end up on vertical inclines, off-roading, you can actually have your drawer open and it smashes into the tailgate, which makes you, so you cannot open the tailgate until you get the drawer to shut again. Other than that, it's been amazing. The only downfall we have, let me find one here, is we use these Husky totes because they've got that weather seal in there. So these things are dust proof, waterproof, all the proofs, right? Not bear proof, it's plastic. But anyways, they're quite amazing and they're really not that expensive. They're like $22, $25 right now. At the time of the recording. Pretty cheap, they offer great stuff, and they're stackable. They don't lock together like the pack outs. But the problem we have, I can only fit one high. So that kind of creates some issues. Now, the drawer, like I said, is waterproof, but it's not dust proof. So you gotta kind of keep that in mind. We're kind of limited with the 5.5 foot bed that comes on these smaller trucks. So what I've been thinking about, and this is also due to my rack, I just don't have the height to do anything extra. So if I take the deck system out, which isn't really that hard to do on these, and I'm actually planning on doing that in this video, will using only these totes work better. The Gladiator has tie down points in the bed, on the floor, and then I actually have a trail rail system in here. I did a video on how to make your own trail rail system for really cheap. We can link that in the video. Worked great. I actually ran into a smoking hot deal on some from a guy that was getting rid of his actual trail rail systems, and I jumped all over it. So, but now that's what's in here, and it has those factory adjusters. Either way, lots of tie down points in the bed of this, along with the rack that has tie down points built into that as well. So I'm not gonna have a problem tying it down like on older truck beds. You couldn't really strap to the floor or anything. I've got that covered. We're gonna take the deck out for this trip. The other thing too, this deck system, empty in the Gladiator with a single drawer, just that system weighs 177 pounds. It's a little heavy. But it is a very stout system, so you kind of got to weigh your options. we're gonna do totes. I'm gonna take this deck system out and start playing with layouts, just to see what would work. And if I don't think it's gonna work, I'll put it back in. It's really simple. So that's what we're gonna do in this video. 3/16 Allen key. I'm gonna go through, start pulling a bunch of bolts, which will lift the top plate off on the sides. And then we can take the couplers off. Then it looks like a 7/16 socket. If I remember correctly, deck used all standards, USA type thing. You know what I'm saying? America. All right. Correction, 3/8. Yep, so you gotta pull the big panel and the small panel. It's out. Okay, so that's a bit of fun. I did have one nut zert spin out, so I have some work to do to put it back in because the nut zert spun in the plastic. But it's been in and out 2 or 3 times now, so I know it's not designed to come in and out a whole bunch. Either way, I now have a very dirty truck bed. I'm still gonna do some quick test fitting with some totes just to see how I like it. But the other part of this process was now I can clean the truck and the truck bed because the whole outside of the truck needs washed bad. That's kind of the plan now. I'm gonna grab totes and kind of just start seeing how things fit. And I gotta keep in mind, I need to have recovery gear, all that stuff in here, food, water. So we'll see how the layout works. We'll see. This is also a longer Husky tote. They don't seem to make anymore. We have 2 of these. They're 30 gallon. Which I know you can't see in here, but we have the Hest mattress in here, and we got sleeping bags and pillows in here. This tote keeps it watertight, dust proof. We definitely tested it. This is all from mud puddles, mud water, rain, nasty. The Mark Twain trip that we just got back from, it was wet the whole time, but still a good time. So, we've tried these. They work great. I'll grab the other one. Boom. Look, I've utilized all my height. So, that works pretty good. And this one's empty. So that gives me a lot of storage. All right, this tote is just the wall kits for the awning currently. There's plenty more I could put in here actually. This is not full. Oh yeah, I got another tote right here that I can put in as well. Will these go like this? Nope. I could do that. This one, we got sleeping stuff, pillows, I don't know what else. Wouldn't work half bad. I still got room for water. We do have an 11-gallon wheel arch tank from Ironman 4x4 that fits in the front of Gladiators perfectly. So it goes in between the wheel wells, it goes up front, it sticks up just a little above the bed. It's currently mounted in our trailer, but I can easily take that out and put it up front. So that'll push everything back. It looks like it's probably about 3 inches thick. So it'll push everything back 3 inches, but still plenty of room, and that gives us 11 gallons. That'd be ideal for the quick showers. Definitely gotta take quick showers. So I suppose now I still have a few things that need to find. Weatherproof storage. The recovery gear isn't that important to stay weatherproof. Plus I might just put this in the cab depending on where the fridge ends up. But my tools, I don't want them getting wet. That's just a horrible idea, right? So I need to have something that can go in. The jet boil needs to stay dry. That's our cooking system. I still got gas cans to put in because I don't have any cool cans. I just got regular cans. There is, I think these are 7. They show 5 on there, so I'll just keep it at 5 gallons. So there's 10 gallons of fuel. That should get us off a trail into town to get fuel. I do have 7-gallon water jugs that if I want to have an extra 7 gallons on here, I can't remember if the Ironman's 11 or 13 gallon, but that'd either be 18 or 20 gallons of water. So this is why I was really wanting to take the deck out. Now it is a great system. There's no way these Husky totes weigh 177 pounds. It is gonna add a little bit of time packing and unpacking. Whereas the deck, you just pull a drawer out and what you need is right there. I think this will work out pretty slick. I also think I might have room let me grab my table here. Will it fit? Like a glove. Okay, so then we actually have a table. So that would leave me room to put 2 more Husky totes right here. I could easily fit all my kitchen gear in one. That works. Not ideal though, because then access to the small totes behind it's going to be a real pain in the butt, but it's an option. Has anybody used, because I keep on thinking about this, pack outs? Most of the stuff, minus our bedding, could go into pack outs. Now I think our bedding could go in that base pack out with the wheels and the handle that pulls out, the longer one. but not our mattress. The Hess mattress is too tall, so it won't fit in there. So has anybody done pack outs with the plate system in their truck bed where they can clip it in and not strap it and actually off-road? Going down the road, I'm sure it's fine. You know, just your regular pothole, boom, you know. But like getting at some weird angles, real tippy, stuff like that. Has anybody actually just tested that to see if they actually hold? Because I know the Milwaukee pack out boxes, it's all plastic. Now it's strong plastic, but it's plastic. Obviously you would keep the heavier totes or pack outs on the bottom, but bouncing around, getting jostled hardcore side to side, boom, 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 boom. Do they hold up? Let me know. It's a really expensive thing to test and find out the hard way, so. Anyways, the fridge will probably still live in the Jeep. I think I loaded my automotive fluids either in here. Either way, it does fit. We're gonna try this. I think I can get this to work not too bad. We're talking 1, 2, 3, 4 ratchet straps maybe to hold everything in the truck bed. That's including the fuel. And it should all be very secure, so I wouldn't be concerned about having stuff, you know, causing problems. I'm always trying to think of ways to make our pack out, or not our, I shouldn't say pack out because that's Milwaukee, right? Our storage system's more universal. The deck is relatively universal between the two for what goes in the drawers, because the Power Wagon has 2 drawers, this has 1. But we have the old legacy system, as they were referring to it, in our Power Wagon. So the boxes, the decked box I showed you, they don't interchange. I can put the old style boxes in the new drawer, but I can't put the new boxes in the old drawer system in the Power Wagon. If this works pretty decent, I might go to the extent of taking the deck out of the Power Wagon, because that's a lot of weight. Don't remember what it was in the Power Wagon, but I want to say it was over 200 pounds just for the drawer system. And then I have the cargo glide, which is very heavy. I think we did the math. I'm a little over 400 pounds between the decked drawer system and that cargo glide. Now, it has been amazing for what we do. Been amazing. So I really don't know if I need to, because it has more room, so I can store more stuff in there. I'm not sure if I need to take it out or not. But if I switch over and this works pretty good, I might. So, anywho, well, I figured I'd just show you how my brain works sometimes, trying to make sure we can get the most stuff packed out and try to do more minimal. I mean, obviously this doesn't look minimal, but you know, we're talking 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks not being here, living out of a Jeep Gladiator. So I don't want to have to go back in town every day to get more fuel or anything like that. The goal is to be able to go out for a couple days at least and maybe pass through town, quick stop, top fuel off, food. There'll be a few days we're going to spend a good amount of time in town during Easter Jeep Safari, but we're not really, but we're going to show you, you can still have a hell of a good time out there, and the crowds don't really affect you. If anything, it helps. We saved a guy, yeah, last year, we saved a guy. He was out on trail and broke. Now, would have been not during an event, I don't know. He didn't have cell service. Nobody had cell service there, and he didn't really have anybody coming to get him. And he had a dog. Turned out he was an awesome guy. It was a great time. Unfortunately for him, it probably wasn't the best time he's had, but we ended up taking him into town and everything. We spent a whole lot of time helping that guy out, but not during a big event. He might have been out there or trying to hike all the way back into town, which was a long hike to try to get help. Thanks for watching. I suppose we'll get some totes and yeah, we'll call that good.